All aboard for the Candy Cane Express.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Lee with Bellalina Boutique. How are you? I just been trying to get to this little project that I wanted to do with you, and I'm thinking that it will be a fun little addition to my cocoa bar that I'm going to do for the holidays. So, and I think you guys might enjoy doing this yourselves, even with your kiddos or something. So I've been working on some wheels. These are wheels. Yes, they are. I'm going to continue painting the inside of these wheels. Now let me show you what they are. You know how I always tell you, don't ever throw anything away. Ever. Don't throw anything away. Well, these are ribbon spools that we're going to use to make our wheels for our little train. I want to make a little train that's that I can put some fun things in for the cocoa bar. I want to put like some little mini marshmallows and maybe some little candies that they could put in the hot chocolate or just to munch on. And so I got these little crates from the Dollar Tree, and they're $1, right? So I painted 2 of them. I bought 3 of them. I kind of wish I would have bought 4 because they're so darn cute. But and I'm not going to connect them. I'm just going to well, at least maybe not for now. I do have some rope. I could do that. I could put the rope on them. But anyway, I painted the outsides red. I left the bottoms, but I painted the outsides red and the insides bright green, and it's quite colorful. However, the third one, in the engine room, I did black, and I'm just going to make this cute little train. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to take these were ribbon spools, and I'll show you like this. Okay, does this look familiar to you? Just a little ribbon spool. And I was looking at it the other day and I'm thinking, if I cut these in half, and it was quite easy to do. I have a little saw blade knife that I don't use in my kitchen anymore. I keep up here in my room, and I just hacked away at it, kept turning it and turning it, and then it wasn't perfectly straight. So all I did was I took my scissor and I went around with my scissor and I cut it evenly, or as evenly as possible. But it really doesn't matter, because here's the thing. This is the part that's going to go on the side of the train, like this, see? And that'll be the wheel. And I was looking at images online of locomotives and whatnot, and what I saw was that the wheel was black and the inside of these old locomotives was red. And it was kind of cool, because I looked at this and I said, this ribbon spool that I cut in half, I'm going to do the back part black. I didn't have to do this part. This part's going to get hot glued on. And the inside's red. So I'm working on that still. So let's get busy here. And what I'm going to do with this part ribbon spool, is I'm going to let this be the smokestack on top. See? Just like this. I'm going to hot glue it on like that. Okay? And I'm going to glue these 2 parts together. I was going to leave it like this, but I think it looks better all black. I don't know, maybe I'll put a little ribbon around it or something here at the end, but we'll see. I've got all kinds of ideas going crazy in my brain as usual. By the way, this is Americana Primary Red, and it just, honestly, it looks just like the picture that I saw in the Google picture image that I Googled locomotives or old locomotives, and I looked at it, and it was black on the outside, the wheel, and the inside was a bright red, just like this. And I said, well, I'll be darned. Wouldn't you know? It's this primary red color. I love it. Very Christmassy. I only have a few more wheels to do, and I'm just going to touch up the other ones a little bit where I missed a spot or 2 where they still look a little white. And then we're going to move on to the gluing part. Really easy project, fun. Kids would love doing this with you. And like I said, this is just ribbon spools I cut in half. These were ribbon spools. You know, I say don't ever throw them away. That's why, because you can use them for so many fun things. You just never know. Looks like a wheel to me. I don't know about you. And what I did was I took 3 of the dollar store crates and I painted them already. And what am I gonna do? I got it red on the outside and green on the inside, okay? 2 of them anyway. But first, wheels, right? Okay, I'm just gonna go by the sides and the bottom of the box. Let's see, double check, double, and that way I won't hit, because they're all the same size. That way I will not have to measure, and hopefully, hopefully, fingers crossed, this is going to work. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. I want to touch the edge here and the bottom. Voila. Okay, here we go. A little bit hot glue. And I'm going to go to the edge and to the bottom once again. Try to make them match. Yeah, that worked. All right, I'm going to flip it and we are going to do the other side. Well, I'm putting wheels on my train, in case you're wondering what's going on around here. Okay. Wheels on the train go round and round. Oh yeah, that's cute. I like it. See, I just keep my ribbon spool rolls, and all I did was take a saw blade knife and cut it right in half. And voila, I had wheels. Okay, here we go. Oh, look at how cute that sits. Ta-da. Can you see? Okay, there's one train wagon. One wagon done.
Okay, we're going to speed this up just for the sake of time because we're just going to be doing the same thing over and over. We're going to be taking those little ribbon spools that we cut in half and we're going to be attaching them to the sides of the Dollar Tree crates. Once we get that done, we flip over the black one to where it's solid on top. And we're going to put the wheels on all 4. And then again, using the ribbon rolls, attaching the smokestack on top.
This is from a paper towel roll, and I just covered it with that Dollar Tree ribbon, and I actually had them in my hot cocoa thing, but guess what I found at the Dollar Tree? I finally found the big peppermint sticks, so I could replace this with the big peppermint sticks, and so I put that in there with the little fake marshmallows, and it will be part of the gift that I give. So anyway, I'm going to use this. I cut it in half because I had them longer. I'm going to use this as part of the little stack in the front. I think it's a little long. I'm going to cut it one more time. It looks like it's just a little bit too long. There we go. For this little choo-choo. Yeah, that's better. Seems like it fits better in the front of the train. Okay. I need some more glue. Okay. Here we go. It gets me every time. Just reaches out and grabs me. You like this, Debbie? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You gotta think outside the box, right? A little bit. All right. So far, this is what we've got. Okay, now for the back of the train, well, let's do this. Let's trim it out a little bit. I've got some white felt, just a little bit of plain white felt. I'm going to set these aside for a second. I could paint this piece here. This came off of the ribbon spool as well. And I may just go ahead and finish it off and make it look like the front of the train, of the engine train. But anyway, for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these aside, and I'm going to show you how to make the, I want it to look like snow is coming down off of the side of this. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a strip the size of the train, which looks like this is the size of the train. I'm just going to snip it off here. And I'm just going to cut some squiggly lines. Hold on. Start with a straight line. I'm just going to cut some squiggly lines.
And we will need to repeat the process for all 3 cars on both sides. Pretty easy process. Any kind of white felt you have on hand, you can even get that at the Dollar Tree.
And just keep doing the hot glue along the edge and adding your white felt until you finish all the sides. This would be a fun project to do with the kids too, I think. I think that they would enjoy this, especially filling it up with candy. All right. Okay, and 2 more here. 2 more little squigglies. Okay, here we go. We're almost done with the snow effect here. All right. Okay, got all of the trains ready to roll here. Choo-choo. Okay, now what I want to do, just for effect, is I've got this white, it's fabric paint from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to give this, the front of the train, just a little bit of, like the snow's been kind of hanging out here for a little bit. See? Just like this. Like it's kind of accumulated, sort of, if you will. And I'm going to put some around here too. Just a little bit. So that we can see that it's been snowing. Okay. We want it to look a little bit like, you know, like a little bit like candy, a little bit like icing, you know, that kind of a thing. So we're going to give it some snow. We're going to give it some snow over the wheels. Just a little bit. Because this locomotive hasn't been running much. And it's been sitting, so it's got some snow accumulated on it, on its wheels, and on around here and there. And around the stack. Just like this. See? Okay, I'm just giving it a little bit of the snow on the wheels, which I think it just gives it a little bit of interest. This is also from the Dollar Tree. I mean, where else could you get these awesome crafts at such a great price, right? Anyway, these candy canes I thought were really darling. I thought I could put these on the back of the back train and just, because this is like the Candy Cane Express, right? And I want it to be very zhuzhed up with candy and with all kinds of treats and fun things like that. And so I'm going to use this as a little accent in the back with the hot glue. So I'm just going to hot glue it right here. Oh, the glue is flowing now. Alright, so this is what we got. I think it's adorable thus far. Okay? And what else was I going to put on here? Oh, I know. I was going to add just a little bit of greenery to the front. I've got this, the Christmas tree from the Dollar Tree that I cut up. I cut one up so that I have some branches. I think I'll crisscross a few and put some berries in the middle. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take some hot glue and crisscross just a little of this from the Dollar Tree, this greenery from the tree. And I'm going to put it right here in the front or the back. I just have these little tiny like berries off of a stem and I'm just adding them. All right, let me turn this around so you can see how cute it's turning out. I think it's darling. It has a little bit of greenery, little red berries on the front, red wheels, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill it up with some cute stuff. I'm gonna fill it up with just a little bit of candy. I'm dropping candy everywhere. So I'm gonna fill it up with candy in one of these, like this, okay? And the kiddos will like grabbing a handful. And what I was thinking of was putting the candy canes. I've got a bag of candy canes here in the other one. And that way they can stir their hot cocoa with it. Gluten and fat free. What do you know? But they're not sugar free. Darn it. But I'm just going to have them like that, sort of. Just kind of hauling some sticks here. See there? Thank you. And we're going to turn this guy around like that. Just like that. And I've got a couple of other things I might stick in here. You know, like I got some of these little old light bulbs. So I might just decorate with these. Maybe I've got 3 of these. Just stick some in here and there, like this. Oops. Of course they don't light up anymore, but see, that's another thing. I didn't throw that away. I don't throw anything away because you can still use it. I could still use that as an ornament if I want. You know, how cute is that? So just put a few of these things. And you know what I wanted to do before I did all that? I was thinking, how cute would it be? I might put, can't do that. I'm going to switch this around because I'm going to tell you why. I had an idea of putting these, having these little legs hang out, these little elf legs, like it's hanging right out of the candy. I think these little elf legs are the cutest thing. Okay, what I'm going to do, I think this would be really cute. I want the little elf legs to be hanging out the back, just like this. See? I think he's cute. All right, and then I'm going to cover it with the candy. That's what I planned on doing, but I put it in the wrong cart. I put the cart before the horse. Here. And I'm going to pour these candies right in here, like that. Like that. And it's going to hold the elf feet in better. And then the candy canes will go in the back. Okay. Just like that. Okay. Just like that. And then that's it. I just think that's adorable. And, oh, I was going to put a little guy hanging out the front here. I have me a little fella. I think that's plenty candy, don't you? Plenty candy. These kids will be bouncing off the walls. All right. I'm just going to make sure these don't get touched. There we go. Like that. Okay. Maybe a few less candies because we're going to put these guys in here. The little lights. There we go. Okay. All right. And I kind of want Santa hanging out the front here. I got this little Santa head, and I was thinking from the Dollar Tree. And I've got these little clings from the Dollar Tree. This one says let it snow, and it's a little hot cocoa, it looks like, with some whipped cream and a couple of straws in it. I think it's awful cute. I'm just trying to figure out how I could incorporate it. I don't know. I think it might be too big. It might just be too big. So I might have to do another project with that, but I thought that was really cute. And what I think is really cute, and I might use this, is the little candy cane clings. These are adorable. I can put these on the sides of the train. I think that would be really cute. See these little candy canes? They're sticky. And we can put them, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, look at that. There's 3 of them exactly. And I can put it in the middle of the cart. I'm gonna hot glue it though, because there's some stickum on the back of it, but not enough. Not near enough. So we're just gonna make sure we don't burn ourselves. Yeah, like that. Ooh, hot. Like that. Okay, I'm going to take these 3 and just hot glue them on the front. You won't see much of the other side, so I'm just going to hot glue them on the front. Yeah, I like that. It needed something. It needed a little something something. So call it the Candy Cane Express, the Hot Cocoa Express. Hot, hot, hot. We got it. And I'm trying to figure out how I can get this little Santa. I keep sticking my finger in it. How I can get the little Santa to fit in here. So I thought he'd be perfect, but clearly I can just shove him in there. He just needs a little hot glue. There we go. Okay, wait till y'all see this. He's really cute. I love him. He's just kind of hanging out the side here, like his head sticking out a window. I think he's adorable. Okay, and kids, that's it. We have our, I'm going to turn it around so y'all can see it in the order in which it's intended. Okay, ready? Here we go. Oh, this goes like this. Sorry. Poor little elf is stuck somewhere in all of this candy. What a way to go, right? And this little guy here. Okay, so this is how we're going to display him on my hot cocoa bar. Can y'all see this? Choo choo. Like this. So we've got, here's the back end of the train. Okay, like that. And it was so easy, right? So easy. And this little guy here with all the candies in it. Okay, and you can put some marshmallows in here if you want, some little miniature marshmallows or whatever. And here it is. Here's the front of the train. So that's what we got. All right, guys, that's it. Put little marshmallows in there for the hot cocoa bar. I think it's going to be so cute. I think the kiddos are going to enjoy it. So, okay, guys, well, thanks so much for joining me in my craft room tonight. I appreciate each of you. If you would sprinkle, I would certainly appreciate that. I hope you're going to give this a try, or at least your version of it. So, okay, guys, have a great rest of your night, and tomorrow's Monday. Woohoo! I can't believe it. It's already here, and we start again. Amen. So, all right, guys, have a great night. Bye.